Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be with you today. Let me first thank the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences for their kind invitation. The title of my presentation is Chinese Modernization, the Road to a Global Community with a Shared Future. In terms of demand and supply, of course, all of us agree that we have a dream. The demand is a dream of establishing a community with a shared future for mankind. The supply, therefore, is to convert the dream to a reality, a community with a shared future for mankind, using the available resources. And today I'm talking about very important resource is the mechanism of Chinese modernization. When you look at Chinese modernization, you will find a lot of key pillars. And I selected 4 important key pillars, namely cooperation, harmony, peace, and development. Each of these pillars is connected to a general principle. Like cooperation, we say no cooperation without a cooperation platform or a frame. Harmony, no peace without civilization's harmony. Peace, no development without peace. And development, no prosperity without development. China presented these key principles to the world through a set of global initiatives, namely Belt and Road Initiative, Global Civilization Initiative, Global Security Initiative, and Global Development Initiative. This is the way I present. The mother initiative is Belt and Road Initiative, of course, and included in the main idea of the Belt and Road Initiative, other initiatives, namely global civilization, global security, and global development. So what I try to do is actually to make some kind of a mapping between this key concepts, the 4 key concepts, and the 4 global initiatives, or to use the mechanism of Chinese modernization to reach building a community with a shared future. I start with the Belt and Road Initiative, or the New Silk Road. The Silk Road, the old Silk Road, and the New Silk Road, or the Belt and Road Initiative. Both of them actually are used in exchanges of good cultures, religions, knowledge, and other things. But the New Silk Road, or the Belt and Road Initiative, is characterized by offering the world with a platform for international cooperation. And this is, of course, the main difference is becoming global, where you can develop and you can apply all techniques to a set of countries. A platform for international cooperation through 2 main concepts. The first one is connectivity, hard connectivity and soft connectivity, and the partnership or togetherness. The hard connectivity, for example, is infrastructure projects. Soft connectivity is like policy connectivity, facility connectivity, trade connectivity, financial connectivity, and the most important, of course, people-to-people connectivity. The partnership or togetherness is think together, act together, and can gain together. Moving to the Global Civilization Initiative, let me start by the say of United Secretary General, United Nations Secretary General. He said the world is suffering from a bad case of trust deficit disorder. So the challenge actually is building trust through harmonizing diversity. And to explain, look at this beautiful painting. It has a lot of diversities. Different colors, different grades, different shapes, and so forth. If we repaint this painting with one color like this, it will lose the effect, will lose its beauty and effect. The same thing actually in our world and our civilization cultures. So the beauty of this painting comes from harmonizing different colors, gradients, and shapes. It gives us one beautiful painting. The same thing actually applies to our world. So what we need is to harmonizing the people-to-people or having people-to-people bond through culture connectivity, mutual learning, civilization dialogue, and of course, civilization respect. So basically, diversity is okay. Clash is not okay. So what we want to do is strengthen global trust through understanding and respect of cultural and civilization diversity. We have culture diversity, for example, we have more than 200 countries and thousands of religions and thought pathways. And I always refer to the says of political sciences scholars. They said political systems are grounded in cultures. So international relations are therefore, by definition, intercultural relations, which means that if we can improve the intercultural relations, that will be reflected on our quality of the international relations and, of course, the world order. And that's we present that as usual in the Chinese discourse is one humanity, different cultures. Why China? That like this one humanity, different culture. China, one country having 56 ethnic groups. So it's a very good example for this direction. Now we move to the Global Security Initiative. Of course, it started with the Russian-Ukraine confrontation. It was introduced as a global public good to avoid return to the Cold War era and group policies and bloc confrontations. And also to confirm abiding by the purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter, to resolve differences and disputes through dialogue and consultation, not confrontation. Again, China is eligible for leading in this area because China always used the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence. Moving to the Global Development Initiative, it started again with the COVID-19 epidemic, and it was warmly received by the international community. In fact, 100 countries and many international organizations, including most of the United Nations organization, they form a group called Friends of Global Development Initiative Group. The United Nations Secretary General said, GDI proposed by President Xi is of significant and positive importance to promoting global equality and balancing sustainable development. And the United Nations fully supports it and is willing to enhance cooperation with China in this regard. The Global Development Initiative is not just slang. It's actually, it came with a complete program and concepts and areas. I won't go into details, but all I can say that this GDI is actually a global development roadmap if followed reasonably. Still in the Global Development Initiative. Also, I want to say that in the Belt and Road Forum, the International Advisory Council made a study to see if there is a correlation between the 5 pillars of the Belt and Road Initiative, namely policy, facility, embedded trade, financial integration, and people-to-people bond, and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And actually, the study shows there is a very strong correlation between these 5 pillars and 17 sustainable development goals, and therefore, when this why the Secretary General of the United Nations at the second Belt and Road Forum in 2019, he said the 5 pillars of the Belt and Road are substantially linked to the 17 sustainable goals. Again, what China presented is of great value to the entire world. Finally, again, what I tried to do is mapping of the 4 Chinese modernization key pillars and the 4 global initiatives presented or offered by China to the world, and in this case is like using the mechanism of Chinese modernization to build a community with a shared future. Actually, if we want seriously to move from this very risky world, a world of domination, to a world of understanding, respect, and cooperation, we should follow the guidelines of these 4 initiatives. And now, after when we have this feature of building a community of shared future, now after that we can talk about dialogue-based international relations. We can talk about rule-based global governance. We can talk about true multilateralism. Thank you very much.